Hi guys, it's Hannah and welcome back to the Dyslexic Reader, and today I'm going to be going through my TBR for the O.W.Ls Magical Readathon 2020. I will leave link down below Book Roast channel and the host of this readathon, and she's the best place to go if you're looking information regarding what it is, the prompts and all that kind of stuff. But this is a really immersive Harry Potter themed readathon that has been going on for, I think this is the third year now that I have partaken in every year, and it just gets more and more immersive every year, so it's kind of hard to explain all how it works. So if you need to, stop now and go and check out the rules and regulations and then come back. This year, the career that I'm going to go for is the Trader of Magical Tombs, which is essentially bookseller, and I thought that would be a good one for me to go for. I was going to go for something that wasn't as challenging this year because I thought I was going to be traveling a lot in April, but obviously that has all been cancelled. We're on our second week of quarantine here, so I could have changed my career and went for something that needed more prompts. But if you stick around for next week for my March wrap up, I'm in the middle of like a big massive series, and I really would like to continue that into April. So I still just stuck with a career that had 4 prompts for the O.W.Ls, so I can read those, still partake. It's what I wanted to do anyway, and then hopefully I'll still have time in April as well to continue on with this series that I'm currently reading. So I need 4 subjects to pass to get my career of choice, and that is Ancient Runes, Charms, History of Magic and Transfiguration. And I'm going to go through the prompt for each one and what book I have chosen. For Ancient Runes, you have to read a book with either a heart on the cover or in the title, and for this I went for a book that I had on my Kindle because it was the only book that I could find, because I'm not into romance books and I feel like a lot of them would maybe be romance books. So I went with one on my Kindle called I Hate Reading, but as you can see the hate is within a heart, and this is like a book aimed at children who don't like reading and a way to try and get them to read more. I'm not really sure about the whole ins and out of it, but I just thought it would be interesting. It also might be useful as a teacher to have access to something like that, so I really wanted to check it out and see kind of what the ploy was to try and get kids to read more. Oh my goodness, I've just noticed how like wrinkly this t-shirt is, but sure. No one's been out for 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. And this chair is so squeaky. I apologize for that too. This chair has never squeaked like this before. It must be the way I'm sitting on it. But I just wanted to check it out and see what the whole shebang was with that, because it might be useful, it might be interesting, and it's a nice short Kindle read, and it was the only book that I had with a heart on the cover. Okay, next up we have Charms, which needs a white cover, and I have gone for Sadie. I'm listening to this on audiobook. I've went with 1 physical book, 2 audiobooks and 1 ebook for the challenge, so I think that is a nice spread. And just let me quickly, I've got my laptop here, and I'm probably knocking the cat. Courtney Summers is who wrote this. And I believe I've heard about this for a long time, so when I saw the audiobook of it, I just grabbed it. I'm getting it on Scribd. I've never had Scribd. I've never been subscribed to Scribd. They were doing like a free 30-day thing for, because obviously everyone's stuck inside, to have access free with no sign up or anything to their audiobook. So I saw this on Scribd, and it was one that I've heard talked about, and it seems to be, I think it's, you know what, let's just click on it and I will read the blurb together, because I don't want to sell it wrongly, and it really has been a good while since I've heard everyone talking about it, but I remember seeing the cover and like thinking that sounded good. So, a missing girl on a journey of revenge, a serial-like podcast following the clues she's left behind, and an ending you won't be able to stop talking about. Yeah, so a girl has gone missing, and this true crime podcast is like following it, like live time, and I don't really know much more about it than that, and I thought especially because it was like in a podcast kind of format, the audiobook would work really well. So that is what I have chosen for my book with a white cover. For History of Magic, you need to read a book that features like witches or wizards, and I've gone with Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnott. Again, got this on Scrib. It's been on my TBR for a long time. It would also work for a white cover if you're looking for a book for that. And again, I would just remember hearing about this a while ago and it sounded really interesting, and so it was just stuck in the back of my head. And when I saw it in the script, I was like, oh, that's a thing. And I know definitely that it's definitely magical realism and there's definitely like magic and spells. So I'm trying to assume that there's going to be witches, wizards, some form of spellcaster in it if there's spells. I think some of these prompts is always hard. It's like my next one. You almost have to know what the book's about or have read the book or to be familiar with the series to know if it does contain these things. But I think if it's like a fantasy, a magical fantasy with definitely magic and spells, I think I can safely assume that there's probably some sort of witch or wizard in it. So that is what I've gone for that one. And for the last one, like I was talking about, is Transfiguration I Need, which is a book that includes shape-shifting. And I think this kind of, I'm going to have to get it off my shelf. This kind of fits the role. I have to move my wand down to get it. The Stone Sky, which is the third book in the Broken Earth trilogy. So the last one, the third one, the last one by N.K. Jemisin. And this is a fantasy series. And I really, really enjoyed the first two. And there is, don't really shapeshift, but there is certain, without trying to spoil it, creatures in this which do change state, change character, change their appearance. Not really shapeshifting. It's as close to shapeshifting as I could get. And as I said, I feel like a lot of books you wouldn't know they had shapeshifting in them unless you really knew what they're about, or the blurb specifically said it, or it's part of a series so you know that there's a specific race of people in there that can do it. So to me, this was the closest thing I could get to that. So this is what I went for. So we're going to read The Stone Sky, which is an adult fantasy. Onyx and Ivory, which I think it could be YA or an adult fantasy. I'm not sure if it's more into like magical realism. Then we have Sadie, which is, I don't know if it's young adult or new adult, like a mystery. Not sure if it's going to be thriller or not. We'll find that out. And then I Hate Reading, which is a middle grade book. So I think we've got a good variety of genre for what I like to read. And we also have a mixture of ebook, audiobook, and physical books. So that will hopefully keep us nice and diverse and keep our interest. And then, as I said, I want to get through those 4 books nice and quickly because I want to continue on with the series that I've been reading for the whole of March and hopefully finish that off in April. But if you want to see more about what I've been reading in March, you need to stick around for early next week for my wrap up for March. So I hope you're all happy. I hope you're all healthy. Please, please stay inside, stay safe, do everything you can, support the health service of the country where you are if you can, and let's just try to be a little bit kinder in these times because everyone's kind of having it hard at the minute. So hope you're all happy, hope you're all healthy, and hopefully I'll see you early next week for my March wrap up. Goodbye.